Hey, Dustin, it's really good to see you. Today, we are talking about the new retirement account contribution limits for 2023. The IRS just announced it will boost the max contribution to 401ks by $2,000, bringing it up to $22,500. That's the largest increase on record. What's behind this significant jump?
It's very simple. We've got officially an inflation rate this year just under 8%. The
Mm-hmm.
dollars are worth less. So unfortunately, that means you're going to need to save more of them to stay on track for retirement. The cost of everything is up. That includes the cost of funding your retirement. So the IRS is accommodating that. The new contribution limits, as you said, on a 401k. Next year, you're going to be able to contribute up to $22,500. If you're over the age of 50, there's a catch-up provision. You could contribute an additional $7,500. So that's between the catch-up and the increase in the normal contribution. That's an increase of up to $3,000 over this year. IRA contribution limits are going up as well from $6,000 to $6,500. And there's still a catch up for those age 50 and over. That's unchanged at $1,000.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you mentioned those catch-up contributions because those are really important as well. Thanks for bringing that up. Now I want to show you something that gives me just a little bit of anxiety. Take a look at the average balance in 401ks
Yeah.
broken down by generation. As we look at these numbers, how important is it that we be maxing out our contributions?
Well, let's start with the simple things first. Number one, it's critical that you contribute at least as much as you need to get all of the employer match. If you
Right.
don't do that, you're leaving free money on the table. And if you have to beg, borrow, and steal, you need to contribute up to the employer match.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, how much you should contribute to your 401k, it's really an individual answer. And it's really important that you do some basic planning. There are really 4 questions that you need to address. And those questions are: if you're trying to maintain your lifestyle adjusted for inflation, you need to know what target rate of return you're going to need to earn on savings and investment dollars. You need to know how much you need to save each month or each year to be on track. And you need to know how long you're going to have to work before you can stop saving those dollars and start spending them. Now, if you can't get to a place where you can maintain your lifestyle adjusted for inflation without running out of money, by earning a high enough rate of return, saving enough, or working long enough, then you've got to know, hey, to what extent do I have to be prepared to reduce my future lifestyle so that the money I have saved by that point will last? Those are really the 4 most important questions that you can answer when it comes to retirement planning. And fortunately, when we sit down with folks, if they've got those questions, we can help them get some rough answers in about 10 minutes. Got some really quick calculators we use to do that.
Okay, yeah, that's helpful. I mean, such an important question. There's 4 questions that you need to ask yourself. So you mentioned retirement planning. I want to bring up one of your other most favorite topics, which is tax planning, right? A lot of us do contribute to a 401k, but they are also known as a retirement tax bomb. So in what instances should we consider contributing to accounts where we're paying the taxes now?
Sure. So the reason they refer to that as a tax time bomb, it's important to remember, if you're funding a 401k or an IRA, a traditional account, that's a pre-tax account. That means when you make future withdrawals, every penny of those future withdrawals are going to be subject to taxes. And that can be problematic in a number of ways. But, one of those is you have no idea what those future tax rates are going to be as the investor. You know what tax rates are today, but as the investor, you have no idea what those future tax rates are going to be. And if we look at our current fiscal situation, deficits, we've got structural solvency issues with Social Security and Medicare. There could be a big temptation to significantly increase the tax rates on those future withdrawals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're funding one of those pre-tax accounts, you're really postponing that taxation, and you're putting yourself in a situation where you've really got a partnership with the federal government going into retirement. And when I talk to people, when most people fully understand this, it's something they're not really comfortable with. So we're encouraging most clients to consider, at least with a substantial portion of their savings, to fund some accounts that are going to be tax-free in the future, like Roth IRAs, if they qualify, like Roth 401ks if your employer offers it as an option, or specially designed life insurance contracts. Those are another way to generate future tax-free income streams.
Okay, tax diversification. This is great. I really value talking this through with you, and it's helpful to understand that you have a lot of resources at your disposal for somebody who wants to figure out what's best for them. If somebody does have any questions about what we talked about today, Dustin, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Certainly. They can text a question to me at 830-476-2505 or visit the website to book a free chat at longlivemymoney.com.
All right, Dustin, thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks.